on this week's edition of Wildcat Weekly, a Wildcat you should know, and Earth Day. All this and more coming up next. Hi, and welcome to this edition of Wildcat Weekly. Did you know that we have a wheelchair basketball state champion at our school? I'll give you the details on a Wildcat you should know. Drew Butel is a freshman here at Neuqua Valley High School and has been in a wheelchair since just 1 year of age after being paralyzed with transverse myelitis, an inflammation of the spinal cord that doesn't allow nerves to go through the body. While many may let that rule out an athletic passion, Drew has allowed it to spark his interest in the sport of wheelchair basketball.
Like when I was a young age, I really got into it. I was like 4 years old or something, and it was just great to see a lot of good community together, and just to be excelling at something. And yeah, it was just really fun in general, and I've played ever since.
With limited players to choose from, the team has a lot of variation.
So there's overall a less amount of players. For example, our team, I just play on a high school level team. So, there's freshmen all the way to seniors. It's also co-ed, so we've got like a senior, and we've even got younger freshmen like me.
Drew and his teammates are currently celebrating a big state tournament run that ended with a state championship.
We played two games. We won both of them, which brought us to the championship game. So yeah, it was a bracket. We won the championship game in a double overtime. Overall, it was really cool. It was actually held at the University of Illinois, so it was just a really cool experience overall.
Congratulations to Drew and his teammates on their state championship and for placing 13th in the country. And for Wildcat Weekly, I'm Charlie Rook. What do a United States Congresswoman, a teacher, and a composer all have in common? Xavier gives you the story.
As Neuqua enters its 25th year, this year's inaugural Distinguished Alumni Ceremony showcases Neuqua alumni who have made a difference in the real world.
So being our 25th anniversary, we really felt like this was a good time to begin the process of looking for someone who has achieved what we would call distinguished. And you almost need some time to pass for that to happen. You really can't do it after even 10 or 15 years, but we felt like a 25th anniversary was a really significant milestone.
For the last 8.5 years, I've been working for Special Olympics Pennsylvania, where I work with individuals with intellectual disabilities of all ages, teaching them various leadership skills like serving on committees, public speaking, and improving health, nutrition, and fitness.
I'm a social entrepreneur and a knowledge manager.
I am a teacher in District 204. I teach 6th grade ELA and social studies.
When mentioning distinguished alumni in Neuqua, they all have one thing in common. Neuqua has shaped them to be great in their field.
Also, I feel like it's a greater reflection on my teachers and my family and all the support that they gave me during the 4 years I was there, as well as the impact that it still has on me today.
I mean, it prepared me for life, for working hard, for dedicating time outside the day to practice and prepare.
To nominate a teacher for this award in the future, as well as more general information about the 5 award winners, visit the Student Splash page and select the Distinguished Alumni tab. And for Wildcat Weekly, I'm Xavier Harris.
As this year's girls varsity softball season is in full swing, there is one major change to the roster. Alyssa introduces you to Neuqua's new coach.
With every new season comes new changes. This year, the softball team has a big one.
We do have a new coach this year, and she's really pushing us to do our best, but I feel like we did carry on the same tradition and culture as the previous years, and we're going to do hopefully better than before.
After being involved in the program for the past 6 years, Coach Daniela Squeeny was offered the position to be the new head coach of the varsity team.
So this year compared to last year, we have a lot more seniors. This year we have 9 seniors on our team this year, and plus 2 other returning varsity players. Our hope this year is to push it even farther than we did last year. We made it to the sectional final last year. Would like to go farther than that, make it to the super sectionals, and see what we can do from there.
No matter the circumstances, this team has a bond that cannot be broken.
We have a really good team chemistry, so I feel like that helps us with our energy and it overall helps us get a lot of wins.
Good luck to the girls on the rest of their season. And for Wildcat Weekly, I'm Alyssa Martell.
Join us next weekend at Rydell High. Kaylee introduces you to the Thunderbirds and the Pink Ladies.
For the past 2 months, the Grease Cast has been hard at work.
So we usually meet in the choir room right after school, and then we do a little warm-up, and then we run the show, either Act 1 or Act 2, or if we choose to on one of our longer rehearsals, we'll do the entire show. And then afterwards we go back to the choir room, take notes, do critiques, and yeah. I like watching all the scenes unfold and watching all the songs and all the choreography come to life. That's been really fun. And also working with cars, because sitting on the car is very fun, especially when you're doing it in a show.
Although the only roles we see are on stage, there are many working behind the scenes.
What it means to be a student director is to kind of do all the mini tasks that everyone else isn't doing. It's kind of like putting everything together. So I take notes for the actors, I also take notes for tech, and then I communicate between the two so then everyone's on the same page. My personal favorite part about this show is kind of just like in the process. If we have an actor missing, I'll step in and like read the lines for them. And whenever I do that, I can just feel the energy on stage, and it's super fun just to do everything with the cast.
Come out April 28th through April 30th at 7 p.m. or May 1st at 2 p.m. to see the show. And for Wildcat Weekly, I'm Kaylee Raymond.
Today is Earth Day. Amanda looks into Nequa's own environmental club and why this day matters.
With today being Earth Day, some important figures both right here at Nequa and in our community bring light to what they do to help our environment.
NV Eco is our environmental club at Nequa. We have opportunities to volunteer and pick up litter around school and in the community. We recently volunteered with the DuPage County Forest Preserve at the Springbrook Prairie doing restoration work.
NV Eco's goal is to decrease single-use plastics in the community and to raise awareness about environmental issues. In our very same community, others help in different ways.
I help out in helping the Forest Preserve manage the 1,800 acres we have here in terms of natural resources, and that includes doing work days, keeping a track of everything that's going on here in terms of the native plants and animals.
Earth Day, acknowledged every April 22nd since 1970, is an important day for everybody involved with the environment.
To me, Earth Day means reflecting on what you are doing for the environment and areas you can improve. Do your best to take some action, even if it's small, to protect the environment.
I actually participated in the first Earth Day in New York City. It's really good to have Earth Day every year to remind us of how much we rely on the Earth to make sure that we take care of it.
Take a moment today to reflect on what you do for our environment. Have a great Earth Day, Wildcats. And for Wildcat Weekly, I'm Amanda Eldridge.
Thanks for watching this week's edition of Wildcat Weekly. Have a great weekend, Wildcats.